We have the full snow moon tonight. Peak illumination will be just before 9 a.m. Eastern on February 12th. It's around midnight, February 11th, going into it. So about, I don't know, what, 8, 9 hours before peak illumination. And up here on the top, you can see a little bit left, not quite waxed over. Looking awesome with the clouds coming by, though. Looks really cool. Awesome. Mars is up just east of the moon. Yeah, a little ways. I'm just going to be on the moon, though. This is just the moon. You came from Instagram? Nice, Abigail. Hopping on over. It's just a quick couple taps to go from one to the other. But I wanted to share this with as many people as possible. And I know some people on certain platforms, some people on other ones. So share it a little bit. Eventually, it'd be nice to multi stream on a few different places, you know. This telescope is about 650. Ooh, we have coyotes howling at the moon. This is an 8-inch Dobsonian. I have, because Orion's no longer in operation, I have equivalent to this in my profile link tree or on my channel. You find my link tree, and I have my frequently asked questions in there. I have my gear list. I have a bunch of gear to add to it. Oh, yeah, we got the coyotes out howling at the moon. I howled at the moon. Did you guys howl at the moon tonight? New follower? Awesome. Thank you for following. Welcome aboard. Clear night where you are, fallen stars. Nice. Yeah, it's not that clear here. We have a lot of clouds, but they're light, so we can still see through them, which is a good thing. Which is a good thing. But in the comments of the video, because I'm going to post this, anybody watching this after the fact or anything, let me know some questions you have about astronomy and space in the comments of the video, and anything you'd like to know. And I can, because I'm going to be, I've been filming a lot of content, so I want to answer a lot of people's questions and stuff like that, especially people that want to get into this hobby. It's a lot of fun. It's really rewarding. It's relaxing. It can be cold this time of year, but it's only cold a little while throughout the year. Well, I'm just going to stick on the moon tonight. I won't be doing any planets. You're welcome, Christine. Huh. The sky looks wild. I love it. I like how when you have light clouds, how the moon will just light it all up. Looks wild. I saw a star moving again and again. I don't know what it was though. Could have been a satellite. There's lots of satellites up there. In the western sky after sunset, you can see a ton of them every night. Hi Cam, how are you doing? You're welcome, Samir. Helena, yeah, Venus was super bright. Your favorite is when the air is really cold and crisp looking up at the bright moon? Well, it's cold and crisp tonight. I think it's between 5 and 10 degrees here. I'm shielding myself from some wind. I think it's working pretty well. You're welcome, Michelle. Zoom in a little bit. See what we can do here. If I can make sure it's this way. Okay, and this there. Get that focused on. There we go. Kind of cruising across the moon. movement is Earth rotating. Oh. Yeah, we have a planetary parade or parade of planets or planetary alignment going on January, February this year, February 24th, I believe. Mercury will be up above the horizon and Saturn. But Mercury and Saturn are like, you got to get out there right at sunset. You're only going to see them for a very brief moment. Once the sky gets dark enough to see them, and then they'll set soon thereafter. But Venus, Jupiter, and Mars will still be up for a while. And you have Uranus and Neptune up there. They can be kind of tricky to spot, though. Hi, MJ. You saw 3 within 10 minutes this weekend? Yeah. At sunset, like just after new moon, when the moon is just like crescent moon and it's waxing, just a little fingernail moon, and it's low in the western horizon, I'll be on the telescope with it. We just see satellite after satellite after satellite coming by the moon all the time. It's one of the best times to capture satellites with the moon is right after new moon. Hi, Kimberly. Good to see you. We are exploring the moon. A lot of people want me to always zoom into the flag. Here's the thing. When I zoom in, oh, sorry, that's going to be noisy, but when I zoom in, the resolution is still only like 1 pixel for every handful of square miles. So it's not as, it's kind of misleading. You look at the moon, you think, oh, you can zoom in, but the width of the moon that you see here on the face that we see, you could wrap the lower 48 United States across there. So imagine trying to zoom into the United States to see something. It's a lot bigger than we think in our heads sometimes. It's quite a large area. Down here in the bottom, you see mountain range, that big mountain range there. That big crater up on top of your screen is Tycho. Now this is flipped due to it being a reflector telescope. So if you're looking in the sky where I'm at right now, it looks upside down. But once it crosses, yeah, there is no up and down in space. But in reference to the ground here, if you make the ground down up to the moon. Yeah, I've spotted Mercury a few times with this telescope. It's tricky though, because you only get like a few minutes. You got to be out there ready and waiting for it, and then all of a sudden it'll appear, and you got to get on top of that as quick as you can. You're welcome, guys. Thanks for being here. Yeah, the moon, yeah, it's bright. Let's see. There we go. That is very bright. You want some screenshots? Take them. Pretty awesome. Too cold outside for your old body. 15, sure, it's freezing. It is, MJ, it's freezing here. Good telescope for beginners, absolutely. There's a ton of them though. I think kids, almost binoculars, a nice pair of binoculars for little kids is probably the best, because they're gonna wanna zip around the sky and look at a bunch of things. And they're really easy to aim, and they work pretty good. Really good, actually. I would choose binoculars before like a little travel scope or something. That's personal preference, but I just think they're basically a travel telescope. But for a beginner telescope where you want for like home use, I would go with a Dobsonian, like I have here, an 8-inch Dobsonian. That might not be for everybody because it's about 4 feet long, 8-inch diameter. It's a little bit of a bear to move around and maybe like transport to star parties or travel with, but it's possible. But the views are amazing through it. You can see planets, the sun, the moon. Now with the sun, you always want to use the solar filter. And then if you want like your first serious telescope, if you will, maybe look at like the Next Star series by Celestron. They have, they come with the one-arm mounts, so they're a little shaky, but they're motorized and phenomenal telescopes, like the one I have, Schmidt-Cassegrain, one of the best-selling telescopes of all time. And one of the top telescope sales for beginners is a Dobsonian. Now, as far as smart telescopes go, I've been trying out this Dwarf 3. I'm pretty impressed with it. And tonight I'm going to grab an image of the moon with it after this live stream and see what that looks like, an image of the nice full moon. But I like the smart telescope a lot for galaxies and nebula and stuff. It's not really for planets. It's more for deep sky objects. You're welcome, guys. Thanks for being here. So I'm going to be concluding here, just a brief live. But if you want some screenshots, let me make sure you have a nice view there. Our full snow moon. And I'll post this, and then, yeah, let me know in the comments of the post of this video any questions you have and stuff, and I will, try to answer them the best I can. There's no upside down to the moon, but I know what you mean. It looks upside down because we're looking through a reflector telescope. Some telescopes flip the image, some don't. This one does. So. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a great night, and we'll see you soon.